Redheads. Redheads.
So sick. So sick.
Redheads. Welcome to Redheads, your Liverpool Football Club, West Coast based.
Number one, baby.
Number one.
Number
I'm trying
one.
to remember all the superlatives.
I think
Anyway,
you hit them.
thank you. Thank
any
you.
order works.
I'm your co-host, Ian Locke, joined as always by my rock, my solid foundation, the one I turn to the most in times of need, James Morris. James, hi.
Hi. Thank you for that resounding intro. I need a little something. I don't feel like I'm going to make a good rock, make a good foundation today.
Yeah.
You know who else doesn't have a good foundation? It's the Redheads. It's those Red Boys.
It's that back four, baby.
It's that back four. It's that back one in particular, to be honest. Right. If we're gonna get into it, which we're here to do.
Yeah.
Look, we're here to talk about a resounding 3-0 defeat at home to Forest.
Are we considering them a bogey team now? Another post-international break loss to Nottingham Forest?
That's true. That is true on the bounce. That's a good point. It's a bad point. I don't like it. I mean, you could probably call them a bogey team, but at this point, they're all bogey teams.
Is a bogey team a booger team?
Because Trell bogeys.
Trell, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was trying to get the reference. Those Brits, man, and those words, just they have funny sounding words.
They find a way to make the mundane exciting, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
And that's what we're going to have to try to do today, because that was some mundane footy that we had to sit through.
Folks, this is going to be a shorter episode. It's essentially an instant reaction pod. The game just happened this morning. A 7 a.m. kickoff for us West Coasters, something that doesn't happen that often.
That's right.
And, how do they repay us? They pay us with a 3-0 loss to Nottingham Forest. I thought they started the game quite well, actually. I thought we were definitely the better team.
Had a decent 25.
Definitely a decent, I would say even a decent 30, before that 33rd minute goal.
Let's call it 30.
I thought, okay, fair enough. I thought our wings looked good. I thought Gakpo looked solid for those first 30 minutes. I thought Salah looked strong, and he had an attacking intent. I thought everything looked solid until you put any pressure on Liverpool, and we just self-implode. What did you think in terms of the that first chunk of the game?
Yeah, the first chunk, you're right to call out that it's the game after an international break. Typically, we're pretty poor, especially in the first 30 after those breaks. So it was encouraging might put it a little too strongly, but it was a competent start.
It was also a start in which we now had Allison back in the lineup. And who else do we have? Isak. Isak also started.
Yep.
We were missing Wirtz and Bradley. Apparently, they both got muscle injuries on the international break, which is just classic.
Yep,
so we had Dominic starting at right back, which I think also, as I was watching the game, it looked like Jones was also filling in there. Like they would kind of swap a little bit.
They definitely swapped in the second half, yeah.
Right. You had Kirkes starting, and everyone else kind of is as is. I thought, go ahead.
No, I just was going to say, look, the team is good enough to win, whoever goes out there, but it's a tough call for me to take benching Ekitike. He's the one attacker who's been in form, pretty much since the start of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the City game, he looked, there was no service to him, and he kind of just looked like a, we looked down a person. Yeah.
Yep.
And I would say the same for Isak today. Once again, like there are times when he wasn't in the box when he should have been. There's a few moments where I think he influenced play. But again, our number 9s for the second game in a row looked out of sorts. And I don't know if that's, because the whole team looks out of sorts or what. Obviously, they're 2 new players that we got this season, so they're still trying to gel into the team. But that being said, it's November. It's the end of November. They should have gelled by now. I would say. Yeah, we should have hair. I was gonna say the got to be glue. The hair gel should be there. It should be.
Got to be glued. That's a ref that I haven't heard in a while, but I do think it's appropriate. It's got to be glued. What are we
It's gotta
doing?
be glued.
It's got
Yeah.
to
So
slick it back, Dom.
yeah,
I
he
mean,
looked
Dom
good.
was the yeah.
He had the little half pony going. He looked great. He looked solid.
And that's about where it starts and ends with the
Him
solidity.
and Gakpo, I think, were my standouts. Gakpo, at least for the first half, and everyone else just looked like they came back from an international break, and it was kind of it's a little boring at this point to watch this team because it all feels so predictable. Like there was nothing like once the first Nottingham Forest goal went in, it was kind of just a paint by numbers. Like you just knew what was going to happen. I mean, honestly, I knew that they were going to score first. You just knew it. It was coming, and we looked so fragile. And
well, we're so fragile at the back, but we're so toothless at the front. I mean, you're talking about them scoring first. That's because we never look like scoring. I mean, Isak had 14 touches in his entire 80. I think he played about 80.
And how many were in the opponent's box of those 14?
I mean, zero.
Exactly. I came and I just, again, I don't remember him don't remember him having any impact. Let's talk about that first goal. It was a needless corner given away by Konate, who at this point,
little dog, no longer a big dog.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what? What do you say?
I said he's no longer the big dog. He's a little dog.
I thought you were saying Little Dom, and I was
Little Dom.
Sure. Yeah. No, but Konate, what essentially could have just been a back pass to Allison. He has a heavy touch and it goes out for a corner. Just like needless mistake. Again, he is
sleepwalking out there.
We talked about this last episode. He either has an amazing performance or he's dog shit. And once again, he rolls out this performance that, again, not having any backup center backs it's really hurting us because he has to play and he does not look good.
He does not look good. The thing is, we do have a backup center back named Joe Gomez, and Slot clearly doesn't trust him, won't play him. And maybe that's because he always gets hurt, but at this point, he might as well be hurt. We
got to pull the plug up on this at some point.
Right.
But anyway, so Forest have a corner. Van Dijk loses the first header, goes straight to Murillo. He shoots, he scores inside the box. Again, so pedestrian. You saw it coming a mile away. Once was that their first corner too? I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But we have been so horrible at set pieces that, again, as I said, so predictable. You knew this was going to happen, and sure enough, we concede again first.
We do have to talk a little bit about, I think, the goal that we had disallowed against City, and then this goal standing. I mean, they're mirror images.
What's happened? I don't understand it. The goal against City that gets called off was essentially because clear header from Van Dijk, but Robertson was kind of in the eye line of Donnarumma.
And it was peripheral.
Exactly. Yeah,
tough word.
You could see Donnarumma move like diving toward the direction of the ball. He wasn't going to get it anyway. They called offside because Robertson being in that eye line area. They said he obstructed the play, and he obviously didn't. He didn't even touch the ball. He ducked, in fact. And it was the same thing with this goal where Murillo shoots, scores, and you have a player right in front. I'm assuming, I guess he was in an offside position.
Yeah.
But standing right in front of Allison. Allison didn't see the ball.
Yeah, and this kid, like Robertson, so Van Dijk, like from Donnarumma's perspective, Van Dijk is heading the ball from the right, from like a 1:30 on the clock. Yeah. And Robertson is to his left. I mean, when Van Dijk is striking the ball, Robertson almost isn't even in his eye line.
Yeah.
Whereas today, that Forest forward, I'm blanking on who it was, is directly in front of Allison.
I think it was Igor Jesus there forward. But again, it's annoying because again we lose the first header. We lose that battle, and then when the ball lands to Murillo, no I didn't see a single player kind of go forward to intervene or anything, and vice versa. I don't know how many shots we had on goal, but there were so many deflected shots.
Yeah.
From a Nottingham Forest perspective, they got in. They essentially put their body behind or in front of the ball, right, to essentially deflect.
Simple stuff. Simple stuff.
And we, for whatever reason, are so challenged by doing that. We have no idea how to do that. It's just like it feels like a basics thing, and Liverpool like they don't have a clue.
They look clueless. Yeah, I mean it's basics, and we seem incapable of doing even that. Same thing, no pressure on the ball. I mean, for that corner, nobody's really challenging for the second ball,
Yeah,
which we've been doing all season. We're not putting enough pressure on the balls in open play when the ball's turned over. It's just defensively when we're out of possession,
it's so bad.
yeah, it's
It's
woeful.
really, really bad. And in possession, I mean, there was a few moments.
Yeah,
There was a nice chance by Gakpo where he basically cuts inside and Megs. I think he Megs like he gets by like two or three defenders, passes the ball to McAllister, who basically hits it over. I think so. There's
yeah.
two chances where McAllister should have scored because I think there was also a free kick in which he had a pretty good header, not enough power, but he was able to like guide it into the top corner. But it was saved. Other than that, couldn't tell you a Liverpool chance. I did, like I said, did think we were pretty good in the first 30. We had most of the possession, but Nottingham Forest were just so defensively resolute. They looked so good. They had a great shape. Again, this is a Sean Dyche
It's a Son Dyche
team.
team. Yep, top to
So
bottom
like,
already.
and it's just kind of annoying because it does feel like at this point we just go into games like maybe just like not knowing who we're playing, if you know what I mean. Like we're almost surprised, like, oh, this is a Dyche team. They're gonna be defensive. We need to figure out a system in order to break this down. Instead, it's like they get there, like, whoa, this is the team we're playing? We didn't know that. Like it's so confusing. And again, it's so, as a fan, it's so annoying to watch because they look out of ideas after 33 minutes.
Yeah, they look completely out of ideas. They try the same sideways passing over and over again. Then at a certain point, either Salah or Gakpo, whichever wing the ball ends up on,
Yeah.
is like, well, we're not doing anything, so I guess I'll try to beat a man. And then
Yeah.
most of the time, don't do it. I mean, except for that, the exception being that one case where Gakpo beats a couple guys and gets a shot off. But yeah, I mean, that McAllister header, that was from a free kick.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think our only shot on target in the second half was a Dom 30-yarder from the right back position, you know?
And at that point, it's like we haven't done anything besides floated balls into the box, who I also, Forest's back line, they're all pretty tall. Again, like it feels like the game plans are always swapped. You know what I mean? Like when we try to put in these lofted balls, we're playing against a team of giants. And
Right,
then
with
like
11 men behind the ball, like you've been
yeah,
saying.
like it
Yeah.
just I don't understand the game plan.
Hey, neither did the players.
Yeah, it's a great point. And at this point, James, I gotta ask you,
Hit me.
what is happening? Like has Slot lost the plot?
Slots lost the plot. I think Slots lost the plot. I think that's exactly right. We're
I'm a
doing
little
slot talk.
I'm a little nervous for him. I do not think he will get fired. I think it really has to go. Like we have to be like literally touching relegation in order for him to be let go. In his post conference or his post press conference, he said like he takes full responsibility as you should. But then a part of me also, and like, what is he supposed to do for a stupid Kanate mistake? Like what? Like he has no control over that. It's Kanate's fault for conceding in that corner. It's our fault for Van Dijk not winning that first header. It's our fault. Like I don't know. Like I just don't know what his influence is, if you know what I mean, because it doesn't seem like he's able to rally the boys after we go into halftime because we concede 45 seconds after
Right,
halftime.
immediately. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever his halftime plans were, of course, they're immediately ripped up and thrown out the window
Yes.
with another early goal. Last season, Slot was really good at making the second half adjustments, at like
Yeah.
using the halftime. And yeah, like you're saying, it seems like he has absolutely no impact on what's happening on the field. And you're right, like it's not as if Slot's telling them don't challenge for a second ball. So it's I don't mean I don't know. I don't know what's going on. At least against City, you can tell yourself, look, it's
They were
away.
amazing.
It's at the Etihad. It's
Yeah.
City. But this is at home. Forest were in the relegation zone going into this game.
Yeah.
There's just the excuses are running out. I mean, I don't have one.
No, I don't either. And Manchester City lost today too, so it's just like another like what like I don't
Great.
know.
Great.
So this is our 8th loss in 11 games. This is our second consecutive 3-0 loss since 1965. So we are breaking records for the wrong reason.
I got another record for you.
Give it to me, baby.
Isak has lost his first 4 Premier League starts. The last time a Liverpool player lost their first 4, top flight starts, this predates the Premier League, 1906.
You love to see it. You love to see it. And again,
That's
with
why
Isak,
you drop the big bucks. You spend the money to
exactly.
break the records.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that's another thing too. I don't know, man. Like, he's in the team. Great. Ekatike, maybe like at this point we have to start him because the talk before the game was that he is fit and ready to go, and not that he didn't look fit, but he just did not seem to be in the right positions at all. There's a few times that he would pop up on the left hand or the right hand side, never in the box, like never as a striker. And I know sometimes he does tend to drift left,
Right.
but I don't know. It just seems like we still have no idea how to play with him. And I feel like it's not, I keep giving Liverpool like these, like ultimatums. Like, okay, like once Salah leaves for AFCON, then we'll actually see how Liverpool operate. I don't know, man. I don't know what it's going to look like. And like maybe we're going to play a 4-4-2 while he's gone. Who knows? And if we do, are we going to have to take time to gel that system into the team? Like it just seems like the time is running out, and yeah.
No, I think that's exactly right. I mean, we've speculated and others have speculated what we're going to do when Salah's gone. Does Frimpong play on the wing? Do we change systems? But if one player leaving means you completely change the system, and then he's going to come back in a month. So do you revert to it? Does Salah play right midfield instead of wing? Does Salah play in the front too?
Does Salah even play?
Does Salah even play? I mean, that's a great question as well. At this point, really, everything is on the table.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about running out of time. And that's right. The sort of preseason jitters, the gelling of the squad, that grace is eroded.
Yeah.
Got to be gelled.
Yeah, any semblance of a title challenge is gone. It's dead in the water. It's over.
I mean, at this point, when do we win next?
I have no idea because we
play West Ham on Tuesday.
Great
Maybe
question.
Wednesday.
I think we play PSV next.
Oh, that's right. We have the midweek Champions League
so
match.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that is, we talked about it, but not a must win, but a morality, like for morale, it's a must win. Like we have to win this game. It's at Anfield. We have to put PSV away convincingly. And then we play West Ham away, who did end up drawing with Bournemouth until I believe like the 81st minute. But they were leading that game for a minute. And it's another team that I'm nervous about that I shouldn't be nervous about. We shouldn't be afraid to go to the London Stadium and get a result. But here I am, just completely unsure of what this team is going to put out.
I mean, going into it now, I don't expect to win. How could you?
Yeah.
We've lost 6 of 7 in the league. We've lost 4 on the bounce away.
Yeah.
And I guess it's clutching at straws here, or clutching at straws isn't the right analogy, but just the fact that we don't get to play Ange's Forest, and we don't get to play Potter's West Ham. We need something to roll our way a little bit, because clearly we can't make something happen ourselves, and West Ham isn't going to be it, I don't think.
And the funny thing is, this was supposed to be, on paper, the easy set of fixtures for Liverpool. After we had a pretty hard, tough start of the season, this 5, we're supposed to be not a cakewalk, but something that it was like, okay, at least we can ease the team into, you know what I mean? Like it was just kind of a respite. And we lose the first game at home 3-0.
Right. It wasn't competitive.
It wasn't competitive. And again, not hats off. I doff my cap to Nottingham Forest because they played
well doffed.
Well, thank you. They played extremely well, and we looked like we didn't have an answer. And like you said, they were they in relegation territory, or at least around it? And
yeah, I think that going into today, they were in the bottom 3.
Also,
the win pulled them out.
Also, didn't Slot play like Deitch's Everton last year? Right? Wasn't he coach of Everton last year?
I think he came. You know what? I couldn't tell you when Deitch sort of had that emergency landing
Because
and
he
everything.
left, I think, in January 2025. So that was last year, right?
Last season. Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
so
Yep. Yep. Yep.
sorry, I have like the day. I have like I'm beautiful minding, all
Yeah.
these dates. But I'm just trying to basically what I'm trying to get at is that Slot has played a Deitch team before.
Yeah, and we've played, even if it's not Deitch coaching, we've played
Yeah.
teams that played just like this already
Yes.
multiple times this season.
So I don't know. The more I talk about it, the more I'm just like, what? Like, what's Slot's deal? Because I think we overachieved last year. We won the league, in his first season. But and yes, that was like with a 99% Klopp team. But now we essentially ripped that up, introduced new players, and now it looks just like the house is on fire. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there's like too many issues, and I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem to be a specific reason for this like capitulation.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not in the out camp. I don't think you are either, but as in slot out.
Yeah,
But like you said, we've got this run of 5 quote easy Premier League fixtures leading up to Brighton at home on December 13th. If we haven't won any of those, uh, does he stay? What do you
no,
think?
I have no idea because now I think all the eggs are in the Champions League basket and possibly the FA Cup too, depending on how that goes. Um, and look, we're only 7 points above Leeds, who are at 17th. So I feel like I'm not saying we're going to get relegated. There's like, if that would be cuckoo bananas, and it truly it can't happen. I will not allow it to happen.
Yeah, I know you won't.
Uh, thank
If I
you.
know one thing about you, it's you won't get relegated.
I won't. I refuse. I will stop being a Liverpool fan. Therefore, I won't be.
It's a
But
Forest podcast.
yeah, exactly.
Couple of sheriffs.
So I mean, it would be bleak, James. It would be very, very bleak. And I don't know. I feel like the board, the ownership group might pull the trigger. Like at this point, too, it's like also who do you get
Right,
if
right. Who
Slot
do you
were
get?
to get fired? Because I don't really know any manager that's out there or that they could woo. There are like people love Iriola from Bournemouth, but
Yeah,
like that kind of
yeah.
just seems like for like swap. Someone who's not necessarily proven. And you know, people want Klopp back, man. People are like, you had your time away. You had your sabbatical. Come back, baby.
I get wanting that. I
Yeah.
I would love to return to those times, but those times are behind us.
They're
Like
gone.
we
They're gone.
had a decade of Klopp.
Yeah.
It was truly the good old days while we were in them. But now that yesteryear, Klopp can't come back. But
No.
so when we hired Slot, he was not the obvious choice. The rumors were Amarim, Xabi Alonso, if we could have
Yeah.
gotten him. So I guess my point is, if they were looking, and I'm sure that they've considered, they've always got a contingency plan. It would be
Yeah.
odd for them not to have thought about it. I doubt that it's the obvious choice. I don't think it would be a Glasner. I don't think it'd be Iriola.
Yeah. Right.
But that just means that I couldn't tell you who it would be.
Yeah. So the people that like are asking for his head, well, I'm like the opposite of impressed with Slot right now because we can also get into the second and third goal, which I think are not his fault. I mean, the second goal again, it's literally I'm trying to remember who the winger was for them. It might have been Ndoye, who just has all the time, or maybe it was Dominguez. It was one of their wing players, has
Yeah.
all the time on the right hand, able to put a ball in, goes to what's his name, their right back Savona, and he's able to score. It was like again so easy.
Right. It was fullback to fullback in our box. The left back. I couldn't tell you who the right back is
It's Savona.
for us at this. Well, there you go. But he was taking a shot unmarked from
Yeah.
closer than the penalty spot. He's 8 yards away max.
Yeah.
And
So
just again, nobody around him. No one tracking
again,
the runner.
yeah, it's one of those things where I ask you if Slot has lost the dressing room because that, like I said, that was like 45 seconds after halftime. The game just started, the restart. like you would imagine Liverpool like, all right, let's be resolute, let's tighten up the back for 15 minutes, and then from there we can, you know, plant our foot and get an attacking hold in the game. So they concede. And then what Slaw has been doing, which has been driving me crazy,
Yep.
is when we are down, he will take every player off and put on an attacking player, right? So he pulls off Konate, pulls off Jones. Kirkez, I think, is just a like for life with
With
Robertson.
Robbo, yeah.
Takes off Isak, but then he basically puts Gravenberch in the center back role to bring on Ekitike, Chiesa, and Engamoa, right? So you're down a central defender, and I guess it maybe a midfielder, you know, kind of.
Yeah.
And then we're just so open. We're so
Right.
open in the midfield. We're
Give up
so open at the back.
every ounce of control that we had, which I guess admittedly isn't a ton.
Yeah,
but
it feels like a waving of the white flag. Like
Right.
it does not feel like these tactics are not working. And this has happened a few times this season where it hasn't worked. I think maybe besides it might have been the Crystal Palace game where Chiesa scores the equalizer, but then they end up losing anyway.
Yeah.
Do that. And I forgot his name. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Nketiah.
Yeah, and thank you. Yeah.
Wish I didn't know.
Yeah, I wish you didn't say it. But yeah, so like I feel like I'm talking in circles because I just said the entire time I'm like I think it's the team's fault, and now in saying the whole tactic thing I'm like it's Slot's fault because he's a fucking weirdo who like just throws all this stuff at the wall hoping something will stick and then nothing sticks and then you lose.
Well, the thing about Slot being good at halftime adjustments is it's sort of implicitly an admittance that he got it wrong in the first place. I mean, he starts Dom at right back. I get that, I guess, because he's played well so far this season. But Jones has played right back as well, and it's not as if Forest are going to come out and just, you know, all guns blazing, have a significant attacking threat.
Yeah, and they don't really have like a left-sided player. Like I don't really know anything about Domingos, but like not someone who's like he's going to attack that right back position.
Right. They're not somebody that you're really afraid of. And then he swaps Jones and Szoboszlai because we would need sort of more control in the midfield. Well, if that's the case, then he should have started in the midfield in the first place.
Yeah.
We need the energy there.
Yeah. So it's just confusing. It's very confusing. And I am aware of like, you know, we do have injuries, you know, Bradley is out.
Frimpong's out. Virts is out.
You know, so we have like these, you know, I would call them key players that are out injured. But as a manager, you're supposed to adapt to the situation and you're supposed to put, you know, which team you think can be at least competitive or beat the other team playing in front of you. And it just seems like we're doing that. It is the job. And it just doesn't seem like we're capable of doing that. And these next 5 games are scary.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like you're saying, there's not one obvious problem, and there's not an obvious solution that you could even recommend at this point. So, what changes? What changes? I don't know.
Yeah, so it's not looking good. I will say
it's not looking good.
It's not looking good. I watched the first half at my house in bed, groggy-eyed, cup of coffee, and then at halftime I go meet up with my two buddies at St. Andrew's Pub in Seattle, Washington. Shout out to St. Andrew's Pub.
And shout
out to Ryan and Leo, the two homies. They sometimes listen, they said. They said they
good
listened to 4 episodes.
Dudes.
And so I'd be lying if I said I was really locked into that second half, especially because right when I walked in, they scored.
There's nothing to lock into.
And then you know, we're catching up, you know. So I can't really give you that much detail, just more that there were times when I was looking at the TV and just, you know, rolling my eyes. And
wishing you weren't.
Yeah, engaging in conversation. So I just want to shout out Leo and Ryan, the two
big
homies.
Fan.
But like you said, I Champions League, FA Cup. Like, is that what we're focusing on? Because when people are saying focus on the Champions League, I don't see us winning anything because have you seen how we looked defensively?
Right. When they say focus on the Champions League, what do you mean? Rotate players in the Premier League? I mean, we don't have the players to rotate right now.
And now it's so competitive. This league is so competitive that we can't pull a PSG where we essentially play our B team in the league because we
Right.
think we're going to walk it. There's no way we're getting a top 4 spot with this type of form. There's no way.
Yeah, we're in the bottom half of the table right now.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just seems like this season is one to forget, and we just have to go again next year, which is just a shame. It's so these kits were so nice, James. It would have been awesome to lift
Beautiful
a trophy
kits.
in one of them.
It's a nice kit to be really depressed in.
It's true. I know. My Ryan had the is it the third kit, the green one? It
Yeah.
looked great on him, but I was like, bad
Green's his
season to get
color.
a kit, bro.
If I know Ryan, and I
He
don't.
actually did have a green hat too, so he looked really good. He looked very dapper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, I don't know what else we could possibly bring up with PSV this week. It's at home. It is the Champions League. We've had better form there. Maybe that will mean something. It doesn't really look like it will. I guess the only thing that I would say for sure is start Ekatike, whether that's on the left or through the middle. Ekatike has to start.
I mean, I'm assuming Gakpo would love to start this game, given it's his old team.
Yep. Old stomping grounds.
PSV have won 4 of their last 5 games.
Yeah, I think they're top of the Eredivisie, right?
Yeah, so, again, it is the Eredivisie.
But they're no slouch.
But yeah, they're no slouch. And
they beat us last year. But it was a dead rubber of a game. It was the 8th game of the Swiss system, but
right.
They still won.
They still won. They have Serginho Dest. They have Perisic, too. That old guy is still playing.
Do they have Ricardo Pepi?
They do. He's been like they're off the
their super sub. Yeah. Yep.
I can't
giving us that Yankee take, Serginho Dest, Ricardo Pepi. Those are the ones to watch on Wednesday.
Those are the boys. Those are my boys. Yeah, I couldn't tell you how this game is going to turn out because we just look so consistently inconsistent. So we could very well lose this game. We could win 5-1. Like I don't know.
We could win 5-1, and that really won't change my outlook on the West Ham game at the weekend. This result, I mean, we need a win, like you're saying, just desperately need something for the confidence. But a win still isn't going to make me think that the form's going to change anytime soon.
Yeah, and again, I'm looking at this table right now, James, and it kind of is a must-win, this PSV game, because 1 through 8 in the table go automatically to the round of 16.
Yeah.
9 through 24 go into the playoff. We are in 8th in the league, so we are on the cusp of going into that playoff round, which I don't think we should be playing more games, frankly. I don't think we look good. So this kind of is a must-win game in terms of that.
Well, it's PSV at home. That's got to be your pot 3 team in terms of like you play your pot 1, pot 2, pot 3.
Right.
And that game at home, sort of from the jump, is a must win.
I think so, because the game after that in the next Champions League game is Inter Milan away, which is
tough, pretty tough.
Pretty tough.
Pretty tough. I don't know if I should be doing the Italian accent, but we're locked in now, baby.
They're fine with it. Looking at my notes, we look bad.
Yeah, I wrote the same.
Bad.
Yeah, I wrote bad a few times.
These are like very like depressing. Like, where do we go from here? Like that's one of my notes. Very somber.
It was a dour morning, and it's still a dour afternoon. Often we come on this pod and it cheers me up a little bit. But look, it's just a dose of realism. Things are not cheery. Things are not bright for the holidays.
Yeah, it's true. And again, I think, being on the West Coast, we got to wake up at 7 a.m. for this. It does feel like we take a little bit more of a bruising than a local Liverpool fan. That's just my take.
No, I get it, because 7 a.m., that means it was what? It was a 3 p.m. kickoff. Is that right? That game ends, you walk down the block, you hit the pub, you go to dinner. We have to get on with our day. Our day starts with this 3-0 loss.
Right. Can I say something crazy right now?
Hit me.
So October 25th, we conceded 3 goals to Brentford. October 29th, we conceded 3 goals to Crystal Palace. November 9th, 3 goals to City. Today, 3 goals to Nottingham Forest. What's happened? That is not nice. Oh my God. That's so not nice to hear. Yeah. Well, everyone, We're so sorry. We even talked about that Morgan Gibbs White goal, but he scores a goal in like the 77th minute to
Decent save from Allison
Yeah.
before putting away the
That's a
rebound.
good point. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we lose again, predictable, and we just move forward, James. We got another game Wednesday. We have another game, was it Sunday? West Ham?
I think that's right, yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Can't wait for that.
Can't wait. This is going to be so fun. I love my life, and I love talking Liverpool with you, James. It's the highlight.
I mean, right now, truly, because watching the game is so awful, this is by far the highlight. I imagine the fans think the exact same thing.
I was telling Ryan and Leo, it's like a therapy session. You feel decompressed and you feel like regulated, you feel like, hey, just a game, there's so many more things happening in life.
I mean, at times like this, all you can do is laugh, right? And I don't think I laughed enough this pod, but I laughed a little bit. Yeah, that was a good laugh just now.
I try to throw in a few little zingers.
Couple chuckles.
My got to be glue.
Got to be glued. Hey, that got me right where I needed to be got.
Not
glued.
Only was that not a joke, it was product placement. So
if we could get a sponsorship from Got to Be Glued, man,
that'd be awesome.
It would be like it's 2004 all over.
Oh yeah, I'm on the monkey bars. My hair's spiked. I'm looking good.
I used to spike my hair with Got to Be Glued. True, but the one that would like the colored gel, so I would have red hair, blue hair. I mean,
well, they had
name another color.
Blonde, because I think I had the one that kind of like frosted tip one.
Oh hell yeah. Sum 41.
All the rage.
Days.
Sum 41 days?
Those are the Sum 41 days.
Oh, okay.
Frosted tips. It makes sense.
All right, we're over our limit. We got to get out of here. Thank you everyone so much for listening. James, if they're like, look, I can't get enough of this content. I want to subscribe. I want to listen. I want to see what they're posting about. Where can they find us?
Look, if you can't get enough of this content, you came to the right place, which is here. We are on YouTube at Redheads Podcast. We're on Instagram at Redheads Podcast. We are on Spotify, on name another podcast app? Apple Podcasts.
Overcast.
People like to say podcatcher, whatever podcatcher you have. I'm not on board with that fan. With that phrase.
Oh boy.
Like I said, hey, up at 7.
Yeah.
We're getting loose. A little goosey.
Crack of dawn. All right. Thank you, everyone. James, I will see you next week, bud.
For another 5-star ep.
That's what I'm talking about.
Crank it.
Peace.